Okay, it says we're live. Excellent. Hopefully I have everything done right. That's always the hope, right? Anyway, I do have water because my throat is catching. Um, I, oops, sorry for that. You would think that I would know better. I popped out the chat, but I didn't go back to the timer options. I do have a new timer for us today. And I also am hoping to dive into my series notes and then sort of like pull from there and nail down some of the outline plot points, some of the like major twists and turns. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, which is essentially like half going over what I had already like thought of and then seeing if it still works in with the additions that I've made for book 1 and 2, and going ahead and seeing if it fits in the overall story arc. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Cross my fingers, everything goes well, and I get a decent amount of words as well as plot points. So that is where we are at for today. I'm hoping that everything with this series turns out right. And sorry, I just had to turn my phone off because I had it watching the new timer and then it finished. So I just needed to set it aside so I don't look at my phone anymore. Yeah, so I'm going to be working on plot points today, which is probably not going to give me like a whole lot of word count, but I'm hoping that it will at least allow me to begin to structure this story. So, what are you up to today? What are you planning to get done, wanting to get done? Kat says, hey, yo, hello, welcome. B.A. Pascar is here. Hey, y'all. Hello, welcome. And also exciting that it's your fall break. Yes, but so because it's your break, major cleaning. Yes, because teaching and extracurriculars often leave you no time to do the cleaning. So understood. Kat says, trying to plan and get some stuff done before work. You also need to get ready for work. Gotcha. CB says, hello, you just made a new playlist on Spotify. You've got homework to do in terms of Nano or in terms of your music classes or what? You're working on Spider-Man Web Chronicles as well. Gotcha. Exciting. Stacy says, hello, you're going to work on some Preptober workbooks to see if you can come up with the motivation for your villain and if you have enough for a story. Gotcha. Yeah, the motivations for the villains are very important because if you want them to be a realistic villain, you have to give them a realistic reason for turning to the dark side. So Stacy says, and I also need to switch out some laundry during the first month. Understood. Louise is here. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Rose says, I'm here. Welcome. Writing group homework. Gotcha. Understood. Yeah, I need to look around again because I know that the area nano leader got back into grad school and so has no time. So we don't have a leader for the nano group at the moment in the area, and I don't really want to be the leader. So I'm hoping somebody else will. but I need to see if there are any other writing groups sort of local that that are interested in meeting up or interested in doing sort of writing group things. So CB says, don't forget to Hulk smash the like button. That would be much appreciated. Yes. Let's see. I do have a document up. I don't know if that's the document I like want to be working in. I really need to pull up my series notes document, and then probably a new document for outlining brainstorming, or I could just do it on paper. Not sure yet. We'll see. We do need apparently we need a turkey, because that's our card for the day. Give with gratitude and grace. Apparently there's a lot of, I'm going to have to go through this and see how many birds there are, because I feel like we always get a whole lot of birds. Not that that's a bad thing. I just want to know proportionally wise, are there more birds in here than any other like mammals or whatever? Turkey. I forgot just that quick what it was I was supposed to be looking up. Okay. Becca is here. Hello. Here is our turkey. Has some fall foliage on as a crown on the top of the head. Again, I don't know why I try to give you a close-up when I know it's not going to work without the white sheet behind it. So there is the turkey with the fall foliage as the crown. Cheese. Okay, so turkey. Give with gratitude and grace. The turkey's message for you is that you always have the potential for manifesting a rich reality, for the turkey represents generosity and a celebration of abundance through giving to others. Give freely without expectation, and you shall receive, for the manifestation of abundance is happening right now. Align with it by sharing your good fortune with others, whether you give money, loving guidance, the gift of listening, or kindness in any form. Immerse yourself in the flow of generous abundance, being a channel for the turkey and the desire of the spirit to see all beings experience a blessing of plenty. Give with gratitude and grace from a wellspring of love and compassion, knowing that the spirit will respond by giving you all you need in this moment and all moments to come. One of the things I like about this card, and the explanation behind it, is that it reminds you that giving isn't necessarily just like monetary or material things. Loving guidance, the gift of listening, or kindness in any form. It's that reminder that you can give abstract things, emotional things, without having material things exchanged. And I love that reminder, because that is, I think, oftentimes we forget when, somebody's, we're like, well, I need to give them a present. Well, what about your present as like your presence, or, time spent together, or an experience together, rather than just like a thing. Sometimes things are very important because then you can like touch them and you can recall those memories and whatnot. But there is the importance of that item then becomes the emotional connection rather than the item itself. So, yeah, I like that reminder every once in a while. It's a good reminder. Becca says, I love that card. Yes, it's a good reminder, good card. I have shifted one additional thing to the done pile, and I want to figure out these two orange sticks today. I'm trying to remember what color that one is. Okay. So I have a yellow, a pale green, and another yellow up top in that middle section back there. So yeah. So I'd like to figure out at least these two orange ones on the side of the bigger pink one. Those are character names and working title, which I started doing on Wednesday. No, started doing on Monday, sorry. And still haven't made a decision. So names, me and names. Anyway, let's start with the new spooky timer. It's a 25-minute, another teapot, but it's a spooky teapot. Here we go. Okay, so yes, so this is the new spooky teapot. And if you I wanted to like have names for these, but again, you know me with names. So if you have a suggestion for names for this corrupted teapot and cup, or if you just want to use the timer on your own, there's the link for that. So here we go. So one, save your document and any and all progress that you have already made this morning. If you haven't opened up your document yet, now's a great time to do so. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is that you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. How was that? That was pretty good for me. I did. I'm on my third sheet, but I would say it's more of like 1.5. I've got a good bit of space in one of these pages because I'm sort of like leaving room for notes for later. So I'm on my third sheet in terms of like writing. This one is the most solid page, but spoilers. So, anyway, I did switch to working by hand. So I'm in this notebook currently because it does have tear out pages, which I do like some tear out pages. So yeah, but anyway, so I'm in here doing some handwriting, which I may regret because my handwriting is sloppy when I get going at a certain pace. So doing some consideration, trying to work and rework like the one sentence synopsis versus one paragraph, one page type thing. Trying to work through that process. But I also like, because I haven't figured out all of the plot points, I'm having to sort of like leave space to come back for that. But I do like that method of expanding, because the one sentence synopsis also gives you practice doing your elevator pitch, and sort of like thinking about it from that standpoint from the get-go. But I'm saying a lot. I apologize. Working on that. The sentence to paragraph expansion gets you starting to think about the twist, the plot points. So I always think of it as setup, inciting incident, midpoint, dark night, resolution. Five sentences, one sentence each. Then you have the plot encapsulated in one paragraph, and from there you then expand from the sentence per sort of like section to one paragraph per section, and then you do one page per section. So it's sort of like that gradual expansion, gradual adding of details, because, and I like the way that is done because, habit. It's just like my breath filler. I like that expansion process because I tend to immediately go for like all the details and the world expansion. Like my brain wants to add all of the complications. Y'all, I swear, if there was an counter at the top of our, like in the top corner of live streams, it would definitely be in the hundreds every time, I swear. Anyway, I like that gradual expansion because it forces me to look at the major points rather than immediately trying to find out all the little teeny tiny details. And because that sort of reins me back in to reality a little bit. I swear. And now that I have noticed myself doing it, it's going to bother me so much. All right, let's. I want to say it again, but I won't. Here's the link for the spooky timer that we just watched in case you want to use it on your own, or in case you want to help me name the teapot and cup. CB says NaNoWriMo has put up the upcoming write-ins. Oh, nice. So I've put the notifications on for each of those. Excellent. I will have to go and check their account as well. Stephanie, hello. You got to eat lunch since you just ended your live stream, but wanted to hop over and say hi and hit the like button for you. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Appreciate it. And also thank you for your live stream this morning because I used that in order to render and upload the spooky timer we just watched. So thank you. AGM, hello, welcome. 163 and broke through some writer's block. Yay! That is definitely worthy of some celebration because having the writer's block. Becca, I just saw your comment. There I go again. But yes, breaking through that writer's block is very, very so relieving to finally feel some of the words and ideas flow again. Yes, love that. Love it, love it, love it. CB got 512 words that time. Amazing. Yes. CB also did a little reading and a little research. Nice. Excellent. Becca is working on some homework since you kind of put it off while you were writing the writing retreat. Understandable. Very understandable. I mean, who would want to do homework where you're at a fun writing retreat? Not me. Not me. But you really want to work on a screenplay that you came up with. Nice. Shiny new ideas. They're so attractive. Plus, your friend Marnie just sent you her chapter from the witchy cozy that we're writing together, and I want to dive into my chapter. But homework. There we go. Yes. We say it so much. It's a filler. It's just a filler. And there are times that I wish that I had joined Toastmaster, if for nothing else but the learning and practice and discipline of not using fillers. Because in everyday conversation, I don't notice that I'm doing it. But then occasionally I will have one of those epiphanies of like, oh, I've said this word like 10 times in the last 60 seconds of our conversation. And it becomes a little alarming sometimes. Stephanie says, I'm so awkward when I go live and I say or so a lot. Yes. It's just something that when I notice myself doing it, it annoys me and I wish to cut it out. Becca says that's exactly how you set up the screenplay, the slow expansion. You love it. You do that with all of your stories, even your books. Yes. Becca says you always have to cut out the so, and buts from the vlog. It's such a natural pause. It is. And I don't know what it is about our patterns of speech. And I don't know if it's necessarily a dialect thing that happens in several sort of like regional dialects, or if it is in general just a conversation thing that we tend to do. We want to fill the space in between our words, and I don't understand why. Why is it so strange that we need to pause to gather our thoughts or pause to breathe? Why do we need to fill the space? And it becomes that that filler word that we put in. Is it because we don't want to be interrupted? This makes me want to know if somebody has done a study as to whether or not younger siblings tend to do this more or less. Doesn't matter. Is there like a significant number difference between these? Ooh, that's interesting. Like I hadn't thought of that, but now I'm curious and I want to know if somebody has done research on this. I'm going to probably have to Google this later. There I go again. But yeah, see, Becca, I'm with you. I'm also the younger sibling. And so I'm wondering if either middle or younger siblings tend to want to fill the space more because they're used to being interrupted. And so you put that placeholder in there to let people know you're not done yet. Now I'm so curious. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to look up and see if somebody has done a study on this, because that would be fascinating if that is in fact a significant, if there is a statistical significant difference between the times that eldest siblings or only children do this versus younger siblings. This is all hypothetical. This is a maybe. If somebody is in if somebody is in the psychology field and wants to put forward a study, if there is not already one, take the idea and run for it, because I just want to know the findings. Kat took a shower and you just got back to the desk. Excellent. Yay. You added the 9.0 streams to the spreadsheet this morning. Thank you so much, Kat. Thank you. Thank you so much. The look on your face when you say it. I need a screenshot. Well, I think we can clip and screenshot it now with YouTube, I think. Somehow. I don't know. CB says, my brain doesn't want to do homework tonight, so I'll do it on Tuesday. As long as you know when you're going to do it. Screenwriter's Journey says, regarding I've been recording horror movie review vlogs every day this month, and I've decided to just leave them in. It's more natural, and I don't have a lot of time to edit them out, which is also fine. But here's where Becca is saying, that's interesting. I'm the youngest. Also the youngest, and definitely say it a lot. Okay, Stacy says, I say it a lot, but I'm the oldest. Maybe it's a difference between extrovert and introvert. Maybe. I don't know. CB says, I tend to use when my brain has a moment and loses track of what the heck I was babbling on about. I use it to get back on track. I also wonder, I'm pretty sure there's probably a difference between people who have ADHD and people who, people who are not, who don't have it, brain. So, because of that losing track of your thoughts a lot. So I'm pretty sure there's probably a statistical difference in the number of times said in that instance. But I'm interested in I'm interested in whether or not the sibling order also impacts it. That would be a fascinating research topic to me. Regina says, I was late because I was watching Michelle Schusterman's new vlog. Hello, friends. Hello. Yes. Yes. Support all the author tubers. And CB says, rather than turning green and obliterating your brain, which would, yeah. Yes. But you're also an only child. Yeah. So I don't know if there is a statistical difference in the number of times we say it versus the number of times we don't. In like what impacts that. Yeah. BA says, I do not like me internet. My internet. Yes. I do not like my internet at all today. Yes. Yes. Is it glitchy? Sometimes it does that. Regina says, regarding the usage, I used to do it all the time, then spent 3 years in Toastmasters. It really helped. And that's what I'm thinking. I may have to look into see whether or not there is a Toastmasters in the area. I don't think I've ever heard anybody local talk about it. So I don't know, but I'll have to look into it because, you're undiagnosed, but you do think you have ADD at minimum. Gotcha. Okay. Just did it again. Gosh darn it. I'm going to be trying all day to not use that as a space filler. All right, here we go. I'm going to share the screen. Second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that you would like to promote that is writing adjacent, meaning your YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, websites, blogs, social medias, anything at all that is writing adjacent, please let us know. If you have a book out recently, if you have a book coming soon, if you have essays or short stories that you are publishing, let us know. Brag on yourself. Just remember that if you do not have a Blue Ridge Power, you will not be able to post direct links. So do be aware of that. And so don't forget to do your self-promo. Otherwise, 1, save your document. 2, take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the second sprint. I made it through 1, 2, and 2.5, a little over, just like the smidge over 2.5 handwritten pages. Trying to figure out some of the overarching plot and how it's going to develop and partially resolve in this one. Yeah. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. How you doing? How's it going? Don't forget that was the second sprint, so self-promo. Pop that in there. I think CB was the first in terms of self-promo. So CB says, all of my links are on my YouTube page's basic info spot. Yes. Kat says, I'm Kat and I try to do things. I feel that. I try to do things. Yeah. I feel that. Let's see if we have more self-promo. Jen writes romances here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Screenwriter's Journey's self-promotion. You're writing a horror script, so you're watching a horror movie every day in October and uploading 5-minute reviews on the channel. So please check them out. Nice. BA says you can find all of my stuff here on my brand new / newly designed website, bapascar.com. And Screenwriter's Journey says horror films reviewed on the channel so far: Creature from the Black Lagoon, Ganja and Hess, Bodies, Marrowbone, The Tingler, and The Final Girls. That's a lot so far. I mean, I don't know that I could commit to watching a horror movie every single day for 31 days, but good for you. Are these films that you already have? Are they films that you're watching on Netflix or streaming? Borrowing from the library? How are you sourcing your films? CB says 297 words that time. Nice. Tony's about to get a very big shock. Ooh. Stacy says, I am working, just not on what I'm supposed to be working on. Yes, understand that as well. So most of your movies are from the library DVDs and streaming. Excellent. Yeah, it's very nice that the library allows you to rent and borrow DVDs. Takes you back to those Blockbuster days. I very much remember going to Blockbuster because it wasn't too far from our house and getting some VHSs and watching them. There was one movie that has Kurt Russell. I think it was called Soldier or The Soldier. I'm not sure. Very sci-fi film. And I must have made my parents borrow it somewhere between 3 and 5 times. And so they were like, you can't borrow this anymore. Watch something else. If we run across a copy of it in the wild, we will buy it for you. So I was like, okay. So I did eventually get a DVD of that particular movie. And yes, I have watched it since I purchased it. CB says, I don't do horror. The last 5 Potter movies are scary enough for you. Laura says, hello, hello. We are talking horror movies just briefly. I mean, the Kurt Russell movie is not it's not a horror. But Screenwriter's Journey is doing 5-minute horror film reviews every day for this month. So exciting. I think I'm trying to remember the last sort of horror thing that I have seen. I don't actually know. I mean, there are a couple of things that sort of like skirt the line of horror, but I wouldn't call them horror. So I don't know the last time I've like I don't know the last time I've fully gone in for like a real like hardcore horror or anything. Might I suggest the horror comedy Renfield? This I want to watch this because this looked so fun. The trailer for this looked so fun. Plus, the character of Renfield is just Hollywood in general has done several very amusing things with Renfield already. And I know that this would be the one that I would enjoy. So. Okay. So the snakes were part of what spooked you from the Harry Potters. You knew it was coming because you'd read the books, but you just didn't know how they were going to do it. Gotcha. You would recommend Netflix's Midnight Mass horror series. Okay. I will have to look up with the synopsis of it and see if I would want to partake. Again, because I'm not usually a horror girly. But there are a couple of things. I do lean more horror comedy when I'm gonna do a horror. So anyway. Do we want our next timer to be continue with the spooky theme, or do we want the... Okay, let me give you 2 solid options. Do we want purple 30-minute teapot or 30-minute ghost dog? So purple teapot or ghost dog. Nagini was terrifying, which is partly why you DNF'd the Fantastic Beast series. Gotcha. Over the Garden Wall is the perfect autumnal cartoon. Nice. So we have 1 vote for the purple teapot, and we have dog. Dog. And we have ghost dog, 2nd vote. And BA solidifying that with 3rd vote. Present. Share screen. Y'all, we bought bananas the other day, and I've got one of those stinking fruit gnats in my room. You almost wrote purple dog. Nice. All right. Okay. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, sorry to interrupt. We're going to try and refresh this and see. We're at 11:51. See if we can get it to stop glitching. Okay. Maybe. Okay. That was a very glitchy timer. I don't know what was going on with it. I don't know if it was just I don't know. I don't know what was going on with it. Anyway, we are going to do another sprint after this, just to kind of see if we can get a little bit more work in. But I'm very pleased. I made a connection with what I wanted to do. And so that does mean I will have to go back to the end of book 2 and sort of edit in some things. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get at least the first trilogy mapped out, the first 3. But yay, I figured it out. So that makes me happy. That makes me very happy. So I did get more. I don't remember what page I stopped on. I think I was partway through this page. So that would mean 1, 2, 2.5 again, like ish. But I'm closer to figuring things out. So yay! I also made a couple of decisions about some characters, so that will help. I think I made a decision regarding one name. So there is that. But I'm having to kind of delve into some side character backgrounds in order to get this like fully fleshed out, because it's related to the background of these 2 main characters, but it's also related to the background for main character for book 4. So yeah, so I've got to figure this out and make it like solid to figure it out. But I think I have just really like broken that door down and figured that connection out, which is great. So and I was able to solidify that one of book 4's main characters is going to be the King of Pentacles card from the Shadowscapes deck. I don't even know if I'd be able to find it, but anyway, but that is the character that I have been wanting to rescue for a while. So I'm not sure if he's going to get rescued in book 3 or if we're just going to like learn of his existence. I would like to rescue him at the end of book 3. Yeah, I think we're going to have to in order for the flow to be right. I think we're going to have to. So that'll be good. He'll be rescued. He'll be a bit broken for a while, but he'll be rescued. There he is. There he is. So this will be book 4. One of the characters in book 4. So we got to rescue him, but by the end of this book, that's got to happen. Still not sure how we're going to do that, but we gotta rescue him. And sort of that opens the way for some other plot developments. But we got to rescue him. Yeah. So there we go. Anyway, don't forget that I do have the poll up for the next timer, and that is between the new. Let's see if we can do this. the new spooky timer and the old spooky timer. Teapot timers, I should spooky teapot timers between those two. So if you have not yet voted and you care to vote, please do so. And I'm going to see what y'all did in the chat. Ooh, Savvy joined us just in time. Excellent. Yay. Today's Friday, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So there are going to be some people I know who will stream Hop, and that is okay. But I'm on a roll, and I want to get a couple things, a couple extra things written. Rachel is here. Just finished making stuffed pepper poppers and kale soup. Nice. CB was trying to do some math, and it's not working. Oh, no. Yeah, the dog was definitely glitchy. I don't know if it was the dog, if it was StreamYard, YouTube, the internet. I don't know. Anyway. CB read during most of that. Excellent. BA uploaded your new YouTube video intro. Here is to making videos again. Yes. Excellent. Savvy wrote 1,235 words. Nice. Excellent. You're almost done with chapter 4 of your lesbian cheerleader romance. Nice. How long is this one going to be? Is this one, because I know you were doing some shorter ones that were quick release, so they were somewhere around like 8 and 10 chapters. So is this same approximate length somewhere in there? Savvy says, I'm hoping to finish it this weekend. You've got your fall/Christmas romance schedule plotted out yesterday. Nice. That's amazing. Becca is still working on homework, but making good progress. You're thinking you might switch over to your screenplay after you get halfway through. The homework isn't due until Sunday at midnight, so you do have some time. Yes. It's still short. Each book is about 10 to 20K words. This book will be about 7 chapters. You're about halfway done. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. All right, team. I'm going to end the poll. And the new spooky teapot timer has won by just a little bit. So let me share the screen. Hopefully this one won't be as glitchy. I hope. All right. So 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating. Cheers. 3, straighten up your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Get a snack, bio break, more hydration, whatever it is you need, please take care of yourself. All right, here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All righty. How was that? I need to finish my thought. Okay. All righty. I think that I have done quite well. I've been mostly using this purple pen just because I'm trying to see how fast it goes. So I've written approximately 7 pages today, but most of them have been in this purple. And before that, I had only written 2 pages with this pen. Like, well, maybe not even that. I don't know. Anyway, so the black I have not used at all, really, other than like for swatching. And now the purple pen is down here. So you can see that much has been eaten up. And this is only really 8 pages in the purple color because I went back and counted. So if you are thinking about getting the zebra glitter pens, which is what these are, the zebra doodle glitter pens, yay much is only 8 pages of writing. So they go really fast. Like, I mean, I always know that gel pens go faster than like regular pens, but like these are fast. And I'm not even writing like super small or anything. Like my pages aren't like packed, but they're full for the most part. So just be warned of that. The ink goes real fast. But anyway, yeah. So I've got a couple notes that I went back and labeled as like book 4 options, like starring some things and figuring out some things. I also had a couple of notes where I was like, yes to this, needs more thought to this half of the paragraph. So I'll have to go back in and kind of fill in those sections as to what I'm choosing, how things are going, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so that is I have discovered the part of what I need to do for the climax and resolution of book 3 and how that will bridge over into book 4 and arc 2 for this story, for this series. So yes, and I have also figured out one name. One name of a character and one place name that I think I will do. So, yeah. But how you doing? How'd it go for you? Mama Maggie is here, but unfortunately has a migraine, which sucks. But you love the new timer. It looks like some spicy tea. Or maybe Beauty and the Beast alternate universe where Beauty is a real witch and her darkness has corrupted the castle and its servants became her minions, which is kind of an awesome idea. It would make sense for an era where women weren't allowed to read much that she would have come across some forbidden books. This is also true. Angry and resentful that her father traded her freedom for his. She could turn the tables on the beast, and then he would have to seek the one who first imprisoned / cursed him to save his kingdom. No. Savvy got 1,300 words that time. Nice, 1,309. You finished chapter 4 as well. Woohoo! Over halfway done with the story and on to chapter 5. Excellent. CB is finishing thoughts is sometime you have to do that regularly, otherwise your brain doesn't remember. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Is if I'm in the middle of a sentence or an idea that I know is good, I've got to finish writing it down, because otherwise I risk losing it. It was great. See you next time. Excellent. Yes. Becca's still working on homework. Yeah, it went super fast. I started noticing, I was like, this is going awful fast. And so I started comparing after each sprint how much, or after each like page relatively, how much would be gone. It's like, oh, there's a lot. Savvy says, I love sprinting. I miss coming to sprints throughout the week. You got sidetracked so much that now I need to make a habit of going to sprint streams multiple times a week. You always get it done. Yeah. Sprint streams are the best. So yeah, understood. You kind of got a Dark Knight vibe from the new timer. It's adorable, but kind of reminds you of the Joker's face. It does sort of look like a little bit of a skull peeking out there, doesn't it? Yeah. Yep. All right. It is Friday. I think. I'm pretty sure. If the world hasn't left me behind. Which means that Michael is usually streaming. But also, let me the link for the tinyurl link for the AuthorTube spreadsheets. Oh, if I can spell. Sprint links spreadsheet. There we go. So that is there. Because Kat said she updated all of the NaNoWriMo things this morning, as well as a great deal more. So, let me see if Michael is streaming today. I don't see you on scheduled. Okay. But let's see. Grayson's Bookmark is currently streaming. Paper Tiger is also currently streaming. And is that? See, Violet Hummingbird is streaming, but she's doing tarot readings rather than necessarily writing sprints. So yeah. Anyway, I think HK should be on before too long. And Jillian and Jamie also usually stream sort of like Friday, Saturday. So check those out. Check out the tinyurl because it has all of their channel links. And also, if you are not subscribed, please consider. I think I'm somewhere around like 710, somewhere 10 to 15, somewhere in there. So yeah. Alrighty. I will see you later. I have scheduled out the Mondays and Fridays for the rest of the month. And hopefully we can get all the things done that we want to get done this month, which would be amazing. All right. Don't forget to save before you go and have fun. Bye.